Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! What's going on, jabronis? Clay and Tom back after a huge hiatus. Tom, how are you doing?
I'm ready to get this on, my friend. I'm ready to get it done, get some draft stuff going, and rock and roll.
I'll tell you what, man. I feel so great right now. I feel just like Johnny Manziel a few weeks ago in the middle of his bender.
Cost me 10 times 3.
$20,000.
Get fresh like me, ayy. It's lit!
It's lit!
Shout out Javi!
Tommy boy! Patrick Blaylock!
It's lit!
Don't leave the league!
It's lit!
It's lit!
Tom Amir on fleek right now, as the young kids would say.
Is that right?
Yeah, we're getting it, man. It's draft announcement podcast.
This is great, man. I'm amped up. I've been amped up for the last week or two. I'm ready to get this stuff rolling.
So it's been a long off season, Tom. Anything that you have to talk about, or at least something to get us primed up?
Well, the UFC has had a lot of controversy over the last couple of weeks. One, they tried to cloud the sale of UFC by promoting that they weren't going to do anything, they weren't going to make any changes, then bam, $4 billion to change hand just like that. So way to pull the sheet over our eyes and keep us in the dark. Furthermore, on UFC, what's up with the steroids, man? Everybody out there is taking the spike. John Bones Jones comes back for the Cormier fight, but he was on some stuff. And then you got big boy Brock Lesnar. And apparently he was on some steroids as well. It's ridiculous. It's a haven for steroids, and this will not be tolerated.
Heck no. I will say this about UFC 200. Had a party at my house. We cooked up 20 pounds of chicken wings, and I'm pretty sure we ate about 19 pounds of those chicken wings.
I probably ate a gallon of that cheese dip by myself. I was dipping French fries and chicken tenders and everything in that stuff.
Props to Ferrari coming on the text message board with the racial stereotype. What you mean? You got fried chicken, you ain't inviting a black guy over. Shout out to you, Ferrari. I'm not really a racist. On my end, I'm still on the Johnny Idiot Face bandwagon right now.
Johnny Idiot Face!
This guy's a story over and over and over. It's not going to go away for a while. It's good for us.
Really, in the NFL, he's been the only story of the offseason. It's been all Johnny Idiot Face partying. His dad says he's going to die. The whole nine. Drugs, strippers.
Kicking it with that rapper. What's that rapper's name?
Oh, man. I can't. Oh, shoot. I don't know. I'm not really up to date on the rappers. But one thing I know.
It's lit!
It's lit. Johnny Manziel is lit.
Now there's only one thing left. Thunder Cookie.
So, the Thunder Cookie. I have not been able to give one of these out for a while, but I got a couple. Going back to the UFC, John Bones Jones, you definitely deserve a Thunder Cookie. You screwed up a big payday for not only you, but and Cormier.
You know Daniel Cormier's mad. I know he's still got a pretty decent payday fighting Anderson Silva, but I guarantee you, not only did he want to punch John's face in, but he also wanted to get that check, son.
Well, here's the thing. JBJ on steroids, off steroids, it's going to be tough for Cormier to beat him. Got to go with Johnny Idiot Face Manziel with the Thunder Cookie.
Johnny Idiot Face!
Because it's lit.
It's lit!
And the third for this podcast is going to have to go to our boy, Patrick Blaylock, since he's going to miss the draft party. Double Thunder Cookie for that bullshit text message you sent out last night about quitting the league. It's not happening. We're not going to allow it, my friend.
Wah.
Thunder Cookie, Thunder Cookie, Thunder Cookie.
In the words of the great Ferrari, Patrick.
Good luck. Hope you choke on his dick.
Get some
Clay Jones.
is cooking!
Tom, I've been adding up a lot of numbers here lately. I love numbers. My whole life pretty much revolves around numbers. Everyone knows this. I'm not as number guy as Luke, but I do like these interesting numbers. So I got to thinking about the draft. Number of the week.
What you got?
199.12.
Oh, you had to get the calculator out for that one, didn't you?
Yeah. I can only add in tens and ones. I can't do any
That
decimals.
Common Core math that we grew up on, isn't it?
Average score of first-round picks last year. Here's the interesting thing. When I set out to write this, I thought, surely my boy C.J. Anderson is the worst first-round draft pick of all time. But no. Who do you think owns the worst first-round draft pick from 2015, Tom?
I don't know. Lay it on me.
You.
Oh.
Marshawn Lynch came in at a paltry 82.7 points last year.
Wow.
Now, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. There was some injury involved. Your managing skills are way under par in terms of managing in general, but that wasn't necessarily a bad pick. The high, Antonio Brown, 388 points.
Dude, straight money.
That is ridiculous. And here's the thing. Both me and you passed on him on the way out.
For two shitty running backs, man. CJ and Beast Mode.
Our running backs combined for 220 points, and Antonio Brown by himself was 388.
That was two bad picks in the first round for sure.
I'm going to go ahead and give myself a Thunder Cookie.
Give me one as well. That's interesting. We're up to 5 Thunder Cookies on the first podcast for this year. That's amazing.
All right, Tom. I got a second number for you.
Lay it on me, man.
237.
Man, that's a big... Both of these are big numbers. What's 237 got to do with it?
I'm not sure exactly how accurate this number is, but it's a pretty good estimate. It's the number of mock drafts that Patrick Cromer has already participated in.
I know he's called me for about 4 of those, so...
Hey, Clay, if you got the 8th pick in Standard League, who are you taking?
Not telling you, jabroni.
So, Cromer, get to work and quit doing all those dang mock drafts.
No doubt.
Here we go, baby! I love me some niggas. Let's rock and roll, baby. All I want to know if you got your popcorn ready. Do you got your popcorn ready right now? Popcorn ready.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want
Clay and Tom's weekly picks.
You can't handle
Their weekly picks.
All right, Tom. 2016 season is about to get underway. Last year, the dark reign of Spencer continued. He whipped me 3 times, took the championship. Then he won 3 of the 4 quarters in the Super Bowl.
Oh, the pool. Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. That's right.
Finally, Ferrari ended the dark reign of Spencer in the March Madness pool.
Sure.
So there is hope for the rest of the league this year. We all had a good season last year. I had a lot of fun talking smack, trying to work through my amazing 0-3 start. Tom managed his way out of the playoffs.
True that. True that.
Cromer's still mad at me for making him start a team against Pele.
Oh, instead of benching his whole team? It's unacceptable, Cromer.
I'm just going to keep giving people Thunder Cookies now that I have the power. This year, we're looking to do basically the same thing. Podcasts. I'm going to try to cut promos this year because my phone's actually working. We're going to change the waiver, the way it works a little bit with the auctions, which we'll talk about at the draft. I think everything's going to go pretty well this year,
I think so, too.
assuming Blaylock plays.
We got 1 season down, so everybody kind of knows how everything works. Who's going to talk smack? Who's going to make bad trades? So, you know.
Well, we know 2 things that are definitely going to happen. 1, Luke's going to burn up at least 3 computers this year. And 2, Cody's going to make at least 2 bad trades.
True that.
All right, so without further ado, we've got the draft order drawing. And as you can hear, we got the Contra music rolling. I got that old school Nintendo thing going here. Tom and me did a weighted draft. 10 for Cody, 9 for Josh, 8 for Pele, or was it Blaylock?
Yeah.
I can't remember. So on and so forth. I sent out the numbers. We just did the draft. We did the drawing right before we did this podcast.
With Eric, our buddy that works up here as well.
So we had a third guy. We had a witness. Everything was straight up, completely random. So here's what we're going to do. We're about to lay out the picks for you guys. So Tom, give me a little drum roll.
With the first pick
Of the 2016 Hate the Game League draft, we've got...
this guy He's gonna be pleased. He might actually get a good pick the first round. We'll see how he does. See what he does with it. So
I know he's going to be pleased with his spot in the draft. I would be. Everyone wants that first pick. The options are wide open.
sure.
I mean, if I'm him, I'm probably going to take, a kicker or a defense.
Yeah, the defenses are so hot right now.
All right, here we go. With the second pick.
We have.
Now, this guy could be a contender.
That's true. That's true. We'll see what he does with his draft pick, though. I could see him drafting himself right out of a good team.
I could definitely see that. And then probably managing his way straight out of the league in general. So, Tom, third pick. Here we go.
Man, this guy right here is going to be pleased as well. This is a good pick. Third is a good spot to be in. Hopefully, your first two guys in the draft make some really off-the-wall picks, leaves you with a good pick there. So we'll see what he does.
And
here.
honestly, with the weighted draft, I'm surprised to see him in the third slot.
True that. True that.
So good luck to you, my friend, this year. Here we go. Fourth pick of the draft is...
Now, this guy... I don't know where he's going to go, what he's going to do. He had a pretty good draft last year, but there's really no telling at this point. The draft is going to be totally different this year. Everybody's got a different strategy, so you never know.
He's a total wild card. I really don't know what he's going to do. I don't really even know what he's thinking. I wish him the best, unless he's playing me.
True
In
that.
that case, I hate him.
True that.
And with the fifth pick of the draft, Tom.
We got...
Oh, man. Now, this guy's a contender.
He very well could be.
He builds great teams. I mean, the guy is just a stud, pretty much.
For sure. I can't disagree with that one bit. So the number 5 slot is actually good in the S draft, the snake draft. So this is going to be good for him.
With the sixth pick of the 2016 draft, we got our boy.
Now this guy, there's no telling what he's going to do. He's wild.
I've spent the whole offseason trying to figure this guy out, and I can't do it. I don't know why he does what he does. I don't know if he's just drunk all the time or if he's just a loser.
Smoking a bunch of hooters.
Has something else better to do. Honestly, can't tell you, but I know that he's going to make some pretty crappy picks.
I know this guy fairly well, and it's just, he's off the wall all the time. So,
all right, here we go. Without further ado, seventh pick of the draft. I'm not going to lie. This dude's good. He's really good. Probably one of the best.
well, all this is debatable, but I can see him going far with that draft pick, and he does a pretty good job drafting, so we'll see what he does.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the seventh pick plays out. Eighth pick of the draft. I know you guys have been waiting for this. Now, this guy impressed me last year, but then also really let me down near the end of the year.
It's tough when you have a season that's up and down, like all of our seasons, really up and down, left and right. I mean, you never know what's going to shake down. You just got to make a good, solid pick with your first pick, and we'll see what happens with this guy.
Good luck to you, Mr. 8 pick. Ninth pick of the draft. We got...
This guy's good, but with the 9th pick, you never know what's going to happen.
He's also... Everyone in this draft is a wild card at this point. Based on what I saw last year, the decisions that we're all making are just completely random. I just don't know about this guy. He's got the skills to pay the bills, but can he make it the whole season?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's going to be tough.
All right, guys. Last pick of the draft, and you might as well assume it's...
This guy, with the 10th pick, I think he's going to have a tough time. I'm really just going to kind of rain on his parade here because, you're at the back of the bus.
And it's the short bus.
No doubt. With this motley crew we got here, there's no telling what's going to happen.
All right, Tom. Now that we've got the draft drawing complete, what do you think about it? What are you feeling? What are your thoughts?
Well, this is the only thing that I can really comment about the draft. We're gonna have an excellent draft party. We're gonna have an excellent after party to the draft party. So I think everybody just needs to be prepared. Bring your monies, or else you will get knocked back, a little bit. So
You don't want that thunder cookie.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the draft party. The rest of the stuff I really don't care about. So.
Fox and Hound, August the 27th, 11 a.m. Be there, ready to draft. Pele, figure out a way to get yourself into Little Rock. Call me. You can come stay at my place. We'll make it happen. If anyone wants to do maybe a golf outing after the fact on that Sunday or something, I'm also down for anything of that nature.
For sure.
It's going to be a fun draft. I already know that I'm going to put together the best team because that's just what I do, Tom.
Those strong words there. Strong words.
I'm going to be looking for that Devontae Freeman there in like the 6th, 7th round.
He did you a solid last year, that's for sure.
I got to get a little bit of trade bait because I know I got guys like Luke and Cromer that like to do a lot of trading.
And you got guys like Cody that you can really trade his whole team away. So,
realistically, I've got a pretty good draft strategy for this year, Tom. And it really boils down to how am I going to conduct myself in the draft and what are my goals in the draft.
okay, well, what are those?
The game plan is you go in there, hit him with some good shit, don't get hit, and come home with a pocket full of cash.
Hey, I couldn't have come up with a better strategy myself. That's amazing.
So, hey, I'm going to get in, walk out with a pocket full of cash, fools.
That's a really good strategy.
You'd keep your mouth shut if you knew it was good for you, buddy.
I got to highlight a smack talk, and this comes from Johnny Manziel's draft in, 2014 or 13 or whenever he got drafted. This is a real Cleveland Browns fan.
Yeah, they did it. Johnny Manziel doesn't look real happy. Oh no, he's put on a fake. Oh shit, he put on a little fake smile there once he saw the cameras were rolling. But he was like, "Shit, Cleveland, wow, mixed emotions at the dog pound party, but not here. I'm happy at 22 overall. At some point, one of these quarterbacks has to be good, right? 5'11" and 3/4. Wears a size 15 shoe. They claim if you got big feet, you got a big. If you got a big, I think you can play football."
There you have it, Tom. Hey, if you've got a big member, then you can play football.
Wow, that's one hell of a take right there. But you know what? Based on what we've seen the last few years, dude doesn't know what he's talking about.
What up, dude?
What's going on, man?
I was going for a run.
Going for a run?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to work?
Dude, it's lunchtime. What are you doing right now? Working?
I figured you'd be doing mock draft number 287.
No, that's tomorrow.
Well, hey, you're
What's up, man?
you're on the Tom and Clay show.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we just drew the draft
Yeah.
order. We wanted to have a little special guest on to talk about the draft. How do you feel about the draft?
I'm excited about the draft. I think it's going to be, if it's anywhere close to what it was last year.
Yeah, I think it'll be
Be a lot
great,
of fun.
man. Hey, it's a little bit buggy right now. Are you like outside? Are you into some trees or something?
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm walking through the Lake Williston Park right now.
Well, hey, Tommy, got some good news for you. If the phone will hold
All right.
up here, your draft number is Patrick. Can't hear. You're drafting at number.
Oh wow, that was great.
I'm having way too much fun with this. This is great. All right, guys. I've had enough of the YouTube censoring us on these draft picks. I mean, I know everyone's wanting to know what the draft is, and we try to get it out there, but every time we talked, YouTube just kept censoring us.
No doubt.
I don't know why they did it. Maybe it's because they didn't want you guys to hear the draft. Man, the phone cut out when I was trying to tell Patrick what his draft spot was.
It's tough. It's tough out here, man. It's tough.
So here you go. Pay attention. Here it comes. Ferrari, Cromer, Cody, Blaylock, Tom, Luke, Clay, Josh, Pele, Spencer.
Boom, son. You're done.
It's been emotional.
That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold